Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Archewell Foundation 990 form for 2023 has finally been released. Is this going to now explain where the missing $4 million is? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yes, let's jump into this, shall we, because I've been waiting for this. I know you guys have been waiting for this, albeit it's over 2 weeks late, but finally, the 990 form for Meghan and Harry's Archewell Foundation for the year 2023 has finally been released, and oh my goodness, it is telling what the hell is actually happening at Archewell Foundation. So let me break it all down for you. So first and foremost, the big question, is it going to explain where this missing $4 million donation is? Yes, it is. So let's jump into it. So the prior year, 2022, they reported that they got an income of $2,911. For the year 2023, $5,336,780. So within that, yes, for me, the $4 million has been accounted for. Now, when you look at the contributors, the organizations that actually provided this income, here, I believe this is the section where Archewell Foundation has listed all the sources of income. You'll find something very strange, though. They're not telling us where this income has come from. Yeah, that to me, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is not good. It's not good. What have they got to hide? Why aren't they telling us exactly where Archewell Foundation has got all this income from? I'm just asking for a friend. The other thing that you may also have noticed is that actually the numbers are a little bit of a deception. Why? Because when you actually look at it and you dig deeper, this year, actually, for the year of 2023, their income was less than 2022. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute. In 2022, they got over $2 million. And in 2023, they got over $5 million. So $5 million is higher than $2 million. So why are you saying that in 2023, they actually got less than in 2022? Let me explain. When you take out the missing $4 million from 2023, from this section here, you're left with $1,336,780. So when you take out that missing $4 million, actually in 2023, they received less. So Archewell Foundation is going down the toilet faster than you can say, ye freaking ha. And again, what have they got to hide? Why aren't they telling us where all this income has actually come from? Something does not sit right with me there. Now, next up, oh my goodness, this caused an uproar, this section in the 2022 990 form, because if you remember, Shauna Knapp, oh my goodness, she got paid less than her male counterparts in 2022. So in 2022, she got just under $100,000. But James Hall, an executive director, just like Shauna Knapp, she's a co-executive director, treasurer and secretary, got nearly $230,000 in 2022. So, I mean, I remember doing the video myself. I was like, well, if Megsy is all about feminism and equality, this, that, and the other, why isn't she doing it with her own charity? Why was it that in 2022, the female counterpart, the female co-executive director counterpart, was being paid significantly less than the male counterpart. Well, it looks like she may have listened to all the criticism, because this year, oh yes, we can now see justice for Shauna Knepp has finally been achieved, and she is getting just over $272,000. James Holt, $228,500, kind of similar to what he was getting back in 2022. My only criticism when it comes to this particular section is now that the male counterpart is getting paid a little bit less than the female counterpart. Why don't you just pay them the same? Again, equality, right? It doesn't take a rocket science, I don't think. Now, let's get on to the next section. Section B, independent contractors, because I was like, okay, let's see if we can find any other differences between the 2022 form and the 2023 form. And I found this section here to be particularly striking. So independent contractors, so you've got Herily Loughran, George Craig, Major Strategy, for programmatic strategic support, whatever the frick that means, right? And so in 2023, Herily got just over 155,000, while George Craig got just over $146,000. Now, when you compare that to 2022, okay, well, interestingly enough, Herily and George Craig got a boost, because Herily Loughran got just under 128,000 in 2022, and George Craig got 120,000 in that same year. So both of them, first and foremost, right, have got an increase in pay by over $20,000 in 2023. Why is that? There is no explanation as to why a charity has bumped up the pay of two independent contractors by over $40,000. Why is that? The other thing that you'll notice here is that in 2022, Invisible Hand LLC was paid over $180,000, but it looks like they got markled and they were dropped because they're not independent contractors anymore for Archewell Foundation, because in 2023, they are now nowhere to be found. Now, let's get on to the next bit, which is total expenses. So here we've got for 2023 total expenses of $3,299,948. In 2022, it was just short of $1 million less, of $2,679,537. Now, you can attribute the increase of the total expenses of nearly $1 million for 2023 based on the notion that they've increased the independent contractors' payments by over $40,000, but also as well increased Shauna Knepp's pay by over nearly $200,000. But what about the rest? What about the rest? Why has there been such a dramatic increase, right? And I'm just asking for a friend here. Now let's get on to the final bits here. So in 2023, you can see here the Harry and Meghan's Archewell Foundation, when it comes to contributing activities outside the United States, so Europe, there was one total expenditure, $158,537, another one for $219,503, and then Sub-Saharan Africa, $14,000. You would have thought, with them traveling to Nigeria earlier on this year, right, that they'd be like, oh my goodness, we've now travelled to Meg's homeland, because she's 43% Nigerian, right? Oh my goodness, she's home, this, that, and the other. You'd think that they'd contribute a heck of a lot more to the continent of Africa, especially when you also take into account Prince Harry's links to Africa and how he loves it there and also thinks of it as a second home. Interesting, right? Now, when you compare this section to the 2022 section, you can see here first and foremost that their contributions to Europe has significantly increased, which again explains why there is nearly circa $1 million increase in their total expenses, right? But the one thing that's missing in this section is that in 2022, they did not contribute anything to sub-Saharan Africa at all. Why all of a sudden a big change in 2023, right? So with that being said, guys, that is my overall first look assessment of the Archewell Foundation 990 form for 2023. We finally got the mystery of the missing $4 million solved, but oh my goodness, this form for 2023 is an absolute mess, and to me it raises more questions than it actually answers. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about the 2023 990 form, what's confusing you? What questions are you asking? What do you think they're hiding? And I bet you got some really strong opinions about that. Then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.
Step, don't play, she holds the line, shouting.